powerful words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Looking for a crease. It's Young. At the 35, he's loose. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. That's caught. It's Meadows. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. Let's talk about Alabama. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here. Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
It's caught. Got some room in to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown!
That's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly, and you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
They'll line up to go for two. Back to throw, it's Russell. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the two-point try. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already there. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Creates a little space. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it inside the 15. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He's not going to get there. The defense standing tall on this two-point conversion attempt, and we are still tied. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. We've got a timeout from the kicking team. They want to go for back-to-back scores. They're lining up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Young. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Young. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Back to pass. It's Russell. Fires to the right. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
How about this? These guys are going for two. He's looking to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
Sets up the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up first and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He's into the end zone for the two, and now they lead by two.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these all...
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Looking for room. It's Young. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Dances away to buy time. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Looking to fire. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got there.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shug Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got a man. It's Kane. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly, and that wide receiver's going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield.
Going over the top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. To the air, it's Russell. Makes the grab.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Running into the open space. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 25. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down and run. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Young. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Young. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Using his feet to buy time. Look out, he's got room. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown tie.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quickly complete. Stop short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the 1st half. Got the lead and going for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Kane. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Lets it fly deep downfield. He took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Back to throw, it's Russell. He uncorks one deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the 1st half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to...
Turning it on! That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after him. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can win.
They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. Try to get him going there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Needing a conversion, Auburn comes to the line on 4th. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what...
Turning on the Jets. The 30. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Grab behind the line. It's Henderson. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They try to pop a run on the draw. Rumbles across the 10, down at the 12-yard
a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Buying some time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had...
He's going for the big play. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And he can flat roll, turning on the Jets like a Cam Newton or Nick Marshall.
I was thinking about rolling trees, but yeah, I'm right there with you, man. These Auburn offenses that are so great, they've had the same commonality over the last several years. And
it's a fumble on the play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Grabbed behind the line, it's Kane. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over. Nice job.
Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And nice play by the QB, understanding when to get the ball out. This is something that I guarantee you, Palmer, you and your receivers did all the time at Florida. Just the timing, knowing when the ball's coming out and when the ball's going to be thrown so I can go make a play.
It's so important to rep it like that because you never know in games when those opportunities are going to happen. But I think that time the quarterback pre-snap, him and the receiver, they made a little eye contact. They knew this was going to be an opportunity, and they went out and they executed what they practice every single day, what you just said, David, and it works to perfection.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Tigers. They take the lead with the 6. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Snagged out of the air. He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and they extend the lead to 4. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Young. Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Quick strike complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Escapes trouble. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. He wants to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Young. Into the end zone he goes for the two-point conversion, and the lead is 4.
On that two-point conversion, they spread the field, 5 wide receiver set, trying to create some windows to throw into, and they come away with a beautiful-looking, schemed-up two-point conversion.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
And that's just a bad mistake. You can't do that in this situation of the game. You're not going to be able to come back and win this late if you're taking big losses like that. So at this point, if no one's open, he's just got to throw that thing away and live to play another day. But instead he tries to use his athleticism to make people miss, and he's going to keep the play alive. He ends up taking a massive loss. Their percentage chance of winning this game just went way down.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. They'll try to pop the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ear still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 2nd and long here, but objective number 1, keep that clock moving. Rides the back on the option to give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To throw, it's Russell. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Got a man. It's Meadows. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn in the Iron Bowl.